gets the right leg into it. And Marie. First play from scrimmage. It is a quick pass and a quick completion.
Chuck Martin. And we've seen Thomas with the fair catch on the kick return.
Running backs hoping to get Jalen Bester back in this one. He was down warming up before the game. He had been out the previous 2 weeks for them. Wide open and just missed him.
Back to bite us. You saw one right there. They got away with another one.
Nothing doing here. Gabbert, empty set. Another wide open target out to the
first down.
So 2 catches for Sorensen. They're happy to get him involved early. Now it's the first ground run for Maurice Thomas, and he really likes everything he's seen from his quarterback, Brett Gabbert. That one, though, just as I say.
Ohio State pass rush.
They converted on 3rd and 12. Here's 3rd and 7. Lofting it up. Okudah almost intercepted it. And even though they're in plus territory, Miami will punt it with Kyle Kramer. McCall lets it die and attempting to jump on it. Will they say he got to it? Yes, what a job. Guys take over for their first drive on offense. And barely getting out of the end zone, J.K.
line, and they did so there.
So 2nd and 11 from the shadow of their own goalpost. Fields has it stripped and out of the back of the end zone. It's a safety for Miami. So now the ball teed up on the 20 for the kickoff after the safety. Maurice Thomas will take it from the other 20. And gets across the 30, so decent.
Give up 2.
Tyree Shelton in the backfield alongside the freshman quarterback, and it is Shelton. Nice hole, slips. This time a fake to Johnson. Here comes the pressure. He escapes Young and then throws it out of bounds over the head of Dominic Line last week in that game against Cincinnati. It's a depleted front. Here's the option, a pitch to Johnson. And he's got the first down by about a foot. They're going for it, rolling out, keeping it. That is a first down. The freshman using his
holding. Defense number 32. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
For the official to throw the flag.
So move the ball on the other side of the 50 now. And Gabbert's going to keep it. And he's faster than Haskell Garrett, who he beat around the.
That's what led Gabbert able to outrun the D tackle for Ohio State.
Gabbert this time to the air. Incomplete, no flags. The coverage by. Third and 2, another option. There's the pitch, easy first down. Maurice Thomas somehow staying on his feet.
That's why they use him at wide out, tailback everywhere. They just want to get him the football in space. And right now, Ohio State's defense doesn't have an answer for the option.
They are on their heels, and they're on their heels again. Jack Sorensen diving to grab it around the 10. His Shelton down to the 9.
Be afraid to shoot your gun and go make a play. He's got to love what he's seeing from his team right now.
2nd down and 8. Gabbert, clean pocket, but this is way overthrown.
Line here.
Pressure coming. He lofts it up. Incomplete. There's a flag.
Interference. Defense number 20. Foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
And now the handoff.
It's a big advantage for the Redhawks.
They split him out, and Brett Gabbert all by himself. Lofts it up again for the same man. 3rd and goal from inside the 5. Fakes the handoff to Johnson. Gabbert tries to tuck it and run. Won't get there. A chip shot from 21. Ooh, just inside the right upright, but good nonetheless.
You can tell his team responded early in this football game. Seven. He's had a great start in his young Buckeye career, but you'll want that one back.
They put Olave in motion and hand it to Dobbins. Stepping over one.
Rutherford just made that tackle. It's been all over the field for the Red Hawks in the last few games.
This time Dobbins in the... Dobbins straight ahead. Gain of...
With this team's energy.
Quick strike outside. There's Olave. First catch for the talented sophomore. Last time a throw to the left. Here it's out to the right to Benjamin Victor.
Victor went down.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 49. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Just have to be smarter, especially when your team had all the momentum up to that point.
So that moves the ball down to the 32. Dobbins off the right side. And he's going to add to his total. Inside the 10. Diving. Touchdown, Ohio State. And after the rough start, the Buckeyes take the lead. He stayed in bounds here, James.
Well, you see right here. Yes. That is a clean touchdown for J.K. Dobbins, and a nice job by the offensive line, clearing a hole for him. You saw him put his foot down, go north and south for the touchdown.
I don't think his shoe was tied. I think his shoelace may have actually hit out of bounds as he started to dive into the end zone. But it works for a 26-yard run to put the Buckeyes up 6-5. And now Hawbeal makes it 7-5 run.
Yeah, and I want to focus on two great individual efforts that spring J.K. Dobbins. Right here, Jonah Jackson and Garrett Wilson, both sustaining their blocks. Ryan Day has always said, you want to play wide receiver at Ohio State, you have to block first before you can get the ball. Garrett Wilson, true freshman wide receiver, taken after the likes of Terry McLaurin, the guys that came before. Explosive runs again.
They'll give it to Thomas. He gets the edge and has the first down. And a little extra all the way near midfield. Good kick. Yards of offense so far for Miami. Throwing it inside, incomplete in the direct. Cutting it up inside, Shelton. Across the 50 to the...
Here, make him punt.
Gabbert one for his last 8, now one for his last 9. Well over the head of Luke Mayock. End over and kick from Kramer. A call lets it bounce, but this time into the end zone.
Hospital here, and just an awesome storyteller as well.
Pitch and kick. 2nd and 4, all kinds of time. Fields says, wait a minute, I've got a lot of green grass. I think I'm going to run here.
I'm sure Ryan Day wants him to get down.
Master T getting into the action. What a great change-up.
Extra element to this ground game. He brings a physicality, straight north and south runner.
In trouble here, and Fields is going down to the ground.
Making his 28th consecutive start. How about 21.5 TFLs for his career? Very productive player for Miami.
Sets up a long 3rd and 14. This time Fields with a very clean pocket. Incomplete. Intended for Jalen Harris. And Fields, that's the first time he's had an incompletion. He's 4 for 5 throwing it. And Chrisman on to punt.
Ohio State's offense only had the ball for 4 minutes and 37 seconds.
And Miami's about to add to that offensive total with time of possession. Guy great should know those.
I'm not a historian in our great marching band.
Taken off, Gabbert.
At least I got the short sleeves on now.
It was fun to see that before the game. Glad we could bring that to you live. Setting up the atmosphere for a great day. Gabbert out complete near the 25. Into the hands of Luke Mayock.
With the football.
It's Miami's 7th third down play in this first quarter, and I don't think they got there. Johnson was fighting on their heels. High snap. But Kramer gets it away to Demario McCall back inside the 35-yard line.
Making a business decision when they approached Master Teague, and it was good to see both go for over 100 a week ago.
Dobbins here stretching it out for the final play of the quarter to the 35.
Game that they have played in this season. Not so today.
Going back to the ground. Good haul here for Dobbins across the 45. We've got an American Family Insurance studio.
Tigers up 14-0.
And now going deep. Fields into the hands of K.J. Hill, and K.J. Hill into the end zone. A 53-yard pass.
The Brandon play action pass. Justin Fields is looking towards K.J. Hill the entire way. And K.J. Hill, the experienced veteran, is into the end zone. But nice play call by Ryan Day and Mike Yursich dialing up the play action pass.
158 career receptions for Hill, the all-time record 191.
Held by David Boston. And look, you can make it in the NFL right now, but you can get so much better and be more ready if you wait another season. And right there, that advice paying off.
Off a play action, that pass is intercepted by Jeff Okudah. First.
We mentioned him as one of the impact players. A lot of NFL scouts think he's a top 10 pick type player.
And now Ohio State starting to take over. The freshman Garrett Wilson dragged out of bounds.
Ohio State has corners that are going to the National Football League and excelling. Arnett and Okudah trying to do the next two.
Fields, beautiful pass. It's going to be
an easy throw and catch for Fields.
Fields this time using his legs, cutting inside into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The edge on a blitz, and Fields makes him miss. Cuts back on Barati. And goes right back into the end zone. And they don't run him a whole lot in the open field, but when they get down in the low red zone, that's when they like to use the run. They go to your better players. There, exactly the case with Okudah and Fields.
Yeah, because you're putting a little target on your back when you wear that number 1. So we gave you that. People are upset at you. Ooh, big tackle. Just flying right through
Miami.
Took down Tyree Shelton. Now back to the ground. But Ohio State's defense tackle for a loss on consecutive plays for the junior from Las Vegas. 3rd and 15. Quick throw out to Thomas. He's not going to get anywhere near the line of game. From inside the 25. And spun around at the 30.
Did not keep it in the first quarter, but they have certainly gotten it here in the second.
Fields throws it complete to Jeremy.
Definitely has always been known as a receiving athletic tight end, and Coach Wilson telling us his blocking has improved a lot to allow us to play him more. And nice job there receiving the football.
There was 24 yards on the catch, and now to the ground. And Demario McCall, his first carry of the game, and he picks up an Ohio State first down to the 30.
One of the most frustrating things as a defender, you get us all the time for touching the face mask, and those running backs like to put their hand in your face and grab on.
Now Dobbins returns to the field as Justin Fields goes deep and underthrown.
Frame, but nice job by the defender.
Fields off the play fake to Dobbins, and he gets up in it, and the ball comes free. What a hit by Zedrick.
Defense number 90. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So Dean Lemon, the defensive end, called for runs.
As a coach, it's way late. That's going to draw the flag from the official.
Fresh set of downs. Complete out to Wilson.
On the block and do it well here at Ohio State, you will get your receptions as well.
Fields sees nothing, and now he tries to slip inside, and he's able to all the way down near the 50. Dobbins fighting down toward the 12-yard line, which is where, and they will go for it. Fields adjusting at the line. Sneak, no problem. Wow. That's quite a quarterback sneak behind that offensive line that has been so
ones when traditionally Coach Meyer would have him in the shotgun there. I'm sure there were a lot of applauses for that play.
A lot of beef up front. All 305 plus on that O-line. Fields with pressure. Escapes it, takes off.
Recruiting game for those two schools. That whole area of the country, Virginia, D.C., they both love to take players from that part of the region.
Fields is going to keep it, and he's got his second rushing touchdown of the afternoon.
Brandon, this is what makes Justin Fields so dangerous. This part of the field, he breaks a tackle, and then he's seen a little stiff arm, and the ability to lay out, keep his knees off the ground, get that ball over the plane of the goal line. Very impressive by Justin Fields.
Seems like not that long ago, that was really Brutus, and he really went 4 of 5 from 50 yards.
That's impressive.
So, it's worth a nickel or a dime. 28-5 Buckeyes, 8:37 to go in the first half. New quarterback as they've gone away from Brett Gabbert. The South
back was close through camp all offseason. Here he's just giving Williamson a chance.
Now they're going to the ground, Davion Johnson, but he reached toward the left calf area. Option play. Seen them do this a couple times. Maurice Thomas trying to get to the sticks.
Maurice Thomas carries.
First down. 46 yards on the ground for Maurice Thomas. They go back to him. And he'll get a cut.
The game is now the way it is, 28-5. Do you risk him re-injuring something when you have a whole
start, but lost 35-13. Third down and 10. Pressure comes and it's stripped. Young was able to jar it free, and Ohio State has the football.
Look at the hand placement, the swipe. And Brandon, all you got to do is knock that ball out. That counts as a sack and forced fumble.
Consecutive games dating back to last season. Play action. Bad pass that time by Fields.
Top 2 pick, just like Nick Bosa was a year ago. So much talent for Chase Young.
This time going out to Master Teague. And Teague takes it down near. Inside handoff, Teague. Not much there. That
he gets going north and south. He is explosive.
This time bootlegging out, throwing it for the end zone. Touchdown. Fields to Chris Olave. Olave had a touchdown last week against Indiana, and now he has one here today against 10-yard pitch and catch.
Nice job by Olave. Securing the catch, getting both feet in bounds, had plenty of cushion. That's an easy throw for Justin Fields. And Chris Olave has been on an absolute tear since the game here in Ohio Stadium against Michigan.
Thomas coming up, fair catch.
Reception earlier in the ball game as well.
Once again, it's Jackson Williamson at quarterback. Former Ohio State linebacker James Laurinaitis. What did you have in the league? 8 years, 10? How many?
8 years, sir.
Not too bad. Maurice Thomas. Tackle. Third and 9. Trying to bounce it outside. Thomas. No. Chase Young. No. Baron Browning. The one to put it in.
It's good to see Browning making the play.
Punt is blocked. They had one last last week against Indiana, and another one here. And the Buckeyes are going to have it right around the 20-yard line.
On the year, they're well on their way right now.
Yeah, they've got a couple. Underneath, just sitting in there, Austin Mack. Flag down. Mack stretches out and gets into the end zone. It's a touchdown, at least for the moment.
Holding. Offense number 73. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
So now 1st and 20. Dobbins splitting out. Fields just missed KJ Hill. He had him open on the sideline.
That's one that he would like to have back. Give you an opportunity for KJ Hill to make that grab.
So 2nd and 20. Pocket clean. Diving attempt incomplete. Austin Mack had it and lost it. Game. Ohio State yet to convert today on 3rd down. Fields going for it all. Got it. Did he get down in bounds? Yes. Touchdown. Spectacular catch by Benjamin Victor on a great pass from Justin Fields. Ho-hum 30-yard completion on 3rd and 20.
Look at him getting that foot in bounds. When you have a 6'4" Miami to give that one up for a touchdown.
42 unanswered. Ohio State has opened this up to a 42-5 lead. Now their defense tries to get them the ball back. Williamson taken down by Chase Young. Let's see if Miami recovered it. The 2nd strip sack of the game for the junior from Hyattsville, Maryland.
Ruling on the field was the ball was.
Gosh. Chase Young's get off is just so quick.
Play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 27, Ohio State. 15 yards from the end of the run. 1st down.
His fingerprints all over this game.
He comes in from the left side, and he's around the corner before the tackle could even set his feet. The athleticism.
2 strip sacks for Chase Young. Now Fields being chased as he lets it go and throws it a little behind Dobbins.
Double-digit sack seasons here in the Scarlet and Gray, and seems like he is right on pace, exceeding that.
Fields going deep again. A little too far for Austin Mack. Watch the play clock. Snap comes at 1. Fields has some room. He's going to tuck it.
Sure offensive chance in a 2-minute drill, as Elise reported. Ryan Day wants to see his young quarterback operate in a 2-minute situation.
As we saw earlier, you could bring
each season. Co-Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week a week ago.
Here they're going to the air on 4th and 3. Fields, pressure from behind, escapes it, and fires for the 1st down at the 10. How did he? 16 yards on the last play, this time for the end zone. A touchdown to Chris Olave. 2nd of the game for the sophomore.
Corners, toes, the back shoulder fade. You saw the receivers working on it. Coach talked about getting on the feet of the defender, trusting your quarterback to make the throw to the back shoulder. Great connection there for Olave and Fields. Played here and in the NFL, teaching these guys how to run fades like this. And Chris Olave, I mentioned, a guy that has bought in on special teams. The punt block that went for a touchdown for Ohio State against Michigan a year ago, had a touchdown reception in that game.
And with the score, Miami says, you know, Ohio State will only.
What's unique is that they're still trailing at the time of possession. So they've been explosive drives so far for Ohio.
Day is over, and Chris Chugunov, who has played in all of the games here as a backup this season, will enter again here in week 4 and turn around and hand it off to Master Teague.
Quarterback and sit him down and keep him fresh. And Coach Day said that's been a challenge for his offense, is that they've really come out of games in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, in every single game so far. That's a lot of production on the field for his playmakers, and it's been a challenge.
Ball start. Offense number 81. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Maybe their intensity, their attention to detail might come down a little bit if they think, oh, this season will be wasted.
Chugging off, finding the freshman Garrett Wilson.
Very interesting philosophy, effort. And working with Coach Brian Hartline, the wide receivers coach. He's had a good start to his career.
Chugging off, low pressure, and he throws it wide of Teague out of the backfield.
It's important that you keep putting the effort and the stuff that doesn't take talent, you know, the effort, kind of how you approach the game. Good stuff on film.
Just the second punt for Chrisman today. And it'll be down.
Things, but here's where we can get better. Maybe here's where you missed on the throw. You missed a read. Maybe get down earlier on some plays.
Miami going a little.
He wants them to stay within the offense, stay within himself, and so far today he did that.
Jackson Williamson, the backup quarterback, out of the gun, 3rd and 6. And the lefty fires it incomplete. Missed his man, the tight end, Andrew.
Talent is Brendan White.
Wilson getting an opportunity here in the return game. And he's got some space. He's got a lot of space, and now it's closing, but he makes a miss inside the 20, and all the way down inside the 15 goes Garrett Wilson.
Really a nice job by Wilson. He's getting sideways here, but look at the effort by the men in the scarlet jerseys straining for the return man. He was born in Dublin, Ohio.
Tackled in the backfield here, Master T.
A little bit of that in-between safety, linebacker, versatile defender.
It's a loss of 3. They go back to Teague here. Bounces it outside the numbers. He lost the football. And Miami and Mike Brown, because you get too frustrated, throw your pitching wedge in the pond.
Sand wedge in the pond.
Down the field, Williamson taking a shot.
You have to watch out for it. We got to see why right there.
Native St. Louis. This time they'll go to the ground. So they're
cool and heck of a player.
3rd down and 8. Option. We've seen this before. Not going to get there. Tackling him from behind was Zach Harrison. Truth. Garrett Wilson, we saw a great return last time. This time, the ball hits him, and we've got a flag coming in. Sevyn Banks, his own teammate, ran into him.
Interference. Number 14 from the kicking team. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Automatic first down. Timeout.
Warren Jr.
Well, junior year I met my wife, so that's why I was happy senior year.
Oh, that's a good answer. Good run there by Master T.
The mousse or whatever in it. It's a lot easier when you can just use the all-for-one body wash instead of shampoo and conditioner.
How about chugging off, going for the end zone, and it's caught by Wilson. A 50-50 ball, and the freshman who's having a great game.
Ruling on the field with the pass was completed for a touchdown. That ruling is under further review.
It's standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance.
Let's see, he goes up, he gets it initially. That just bobbles around in his hands.
Oh, that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Oh, flag.
There was yeah, you would say that right hand definitely got on the top of his helmet there. Regardless, the ability, the body control of Garrett Wilson.
On the field of touchdown is confirmed.
Hawbeal at let's take a look.
Yeah, that's high praise.
9 minutes to go in the 3rd. High pass, but it's called in by James May.
Man, he got hurt against Indiana in a nice game against Cincinnati, but these are all players that imagine this defensive front and what Greg Madison will be able to work. A guy who has battled so many injuries here at Ohio State, whether it's an Achilles, a bicep, one of those guys that it's fun to see him on the field.
Speaking of getting sacks, Ohio State getting another one here. Coming in, Dallas by defense, and you mentioned 14 coming in, so 18 totals. My
That's
math
great
correct?
math. That's
Thank
great
you.
math. Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
I'll be here for a quarter and a half. Low punt. Going to take a Red Hawk bounce around the 30. It goes. Oh.
You hate having turnovers like that, Brandon, especially individually. You want to have a clean, perfect game, and that's something that he knows he's going to hear from the coaching staff about.
Well, he's getting a positive carry here across the 40, first down. Battle of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex down there in the Lone Star State. Around the first down marker. Here's Chugginoff taking over for Justin Fields at halftime, and this time Chugginoff turns around, gives it to Teague.
Really impressive, but
like there might have been offsides. There is a flag now thrown late as the pass intended for
Offside, defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second.
Chugginoff had the 53-yard touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson on the last drive to make it 56-5. Faking the handoff, rolling right, and throwing complete on the run.
Some of these kids can play in a game like this, get some experience, and it's different from practice, Brandon, to being in front of the crowd. It's a lot different. Can they get it? Can they still focus and under the anxiety of true game competition?
Master Teague, strong run.
Are you really attacking the weight room, the film room, all those little details as serious as you might have a chance to actually play?
Being a team leader there, just telling them, hey, you're fine. And that's just kind of who Dobbins is on the sideline, a quiet leader, but sending the message when he needs to.
And now we're seeing Marcus Crowley, speaking of the 4-game redshirt rule, out there in the backfield. But Chugginoff throws it complete to Jake Hausman. Last week against Indiana, and you mentioned it earlier, James, but he had 193 yards, 175 of them in the first half as Dobbins just exploded. Here's Crowley. And Crowley takes it.
And then we burn the red shirt. But if we feel like we have enough depth there at the tailback position, we'll hold on to it until maybe an injury forces us to play him later on the season.
Chugginoff throwing it to him. Hey, into the end zone for the first time as an Ohio State Buckeye goes Marcus Crowley.
Really just, we call it sprint out by Chugginoff. And that's an exciting moment for Marcus Crowley getting his first touchdown as a Buckeye. It's a lot of effort. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one lay there and move on. By the way, 12 different Ohio. And that second quarter put this game to bed in a hurry.
Tape and say we can, we're fortunate to get away with it against Miami, Ohio. But if that's a better opponent who maybe night game, you're as easy as it's been for the Buckeyes. They're going to have some adversity and they're going to be in a tight game. See how that team reacts.
Williamson going deep, incomplete. He got away with one with a new pass interference replay review rule. There's John O'Neill.
Illegal substitution. Defense, 12 players in formation. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Who's still on a punt unit, any of these special teams, that's where the numbers get a little bit mixed up. Are you still able to go or are you taken out of the game? That's where I'm sure Matt Barnes is frustrated right now.
Inside give here, out across the 30. Sign him up for American Gladiator. Second time that we... I give up. I give up. And they're going to go this time to DeMario McCool.
Full reps at practice, and Ryan Day has said to local media that, it's tough when you're game planning the starter. As we see the speed here.
The big-time speed for Jamison Williams. Both freshman receivers have been in the end zone. Garrett Wilson and now Jamison Williams.
Excitement about their freshman wide receivers is so high here in Columbus. It's amazing.
I mean, that is really something. They'll try to do better here. Short run up the middle.
Columbus It's a lot of intense games. They're excited to get into the MAC conference schedule.
This time handing it off, A.J. Meyer gives it to
Point of that game, and Wisconsin was able to run the football really effectively all day.
And these Buckeye fans will Zaid Hamden that time credited with the tackle as the bench continues to empty.
What about adjusting, going through those kind of routines? And these are valuable reps for these young players.
Option play, Meyer keeps it. And you've seen Kramer boots it away. For the first time, Jalen Gill is back deep. Fair catch. Gunnar Hoke takes over for this drive, hands it off across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Crowley. We had rain earlier this morning, and then it was sunny and hot, and now the wind is picking up, and we're getting some gray skies overhead as Crowley powers his way. A heavy dose of the run game.
Wayne Haskins is a pocket passer. He's different, but he's accounted for in 4 games so far, 19 touchdowns. And that is unbelievable. 70-5, you are committed.
Around the edge. First down run. Staying upright through the raindrops. Really strong carry.
Helping out much. They're just battling through.
Again, it's Steel Chambers.
So it's been fun to put their talent on display for the coaching staff.
Chambers again. Cutting inside the 10, inside the 5. He doesn't quite get there. We'll see if he gets another opportunity in a moment.
Guys that are way more athletic than me, it helped me slow them down with their footing.
Another opportunity for Chambers, and he's in. The freshman Chambers with his first career touchdown, and what a game for him, 63. A lot of them have had their moment here today. At one point in time, this was a game that was 5-0 in favor of Miami as the PAT shifts to the right. Touchdowns apiece, so now Fields is at the top. But now a final. Here's our referee, John O'Neill, with the explanation.
By mutual consent of both head coaches, the game is over.
So Chuck Martin and Ryan Day say that's enough. We're not going to play the final 2:40.